Hello everyone. So, today, what a day. It was $400. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but we could make some money out of this day actually, and I was happy about it, and I'm happy about it. Again, the price action was again not the best. It was very difficult with all the delta. It was a pretty difficult price action to to read, really. So, what happened here? On the open, we could see first. Let me. Yeah, I know this looks bad. Let me. No, let me just delete this. Yeah. So, at the beginning, we had this big movement with a retracement. That was a very big move, if you ask me. Again, for the whole session, we didn't revisit the fair value at all. So, on the price action today, I was focusing on the premium side because same as yesterday, like the price action was very difficult to read. It was very on the premium side, but also the delta was telling me go short, and as you can see, you shouldn't go short on this occasion. So we had this up candle touching the second sigma, going to the first one, then bouncing back on the second, then pretty much staying on the second the whole session, going back to the first sigma, staying down on the first sigma, but we never revisit the fair value. It is not a good price action really to be trading with order flow because, let me show you the logic on my trades. So the first one was on the it was, let me see, it was on this candle, on this one. As you can see on this candle, I was pretty much looking for sells because, at the moment on the 1 minute candle, let's go to the 1 minute and I'm going to show you. And now we are all the way here. Let's go back quickly. So yeah, on the 1 minute, as we can see, we have here the big retracement. I could have traded it, I didn't. I don't know why. Because look at this, we had this huge spike on the delta and then pretty much scaling at the top. It pretty much all sellers brought it from positive 400 delta to negative delta. Let me just put this on the, this is the open. So yeah, look, we have here the candle, look at that retracement, look at that seller volume. So yeah, we had a big retracement. Let me just do this really quick to show you. I don't know where. Volume, point of control, delta, value area. Okay, yeah, so we had this big retracement. We could have traded it, but I didn't. I didn't feel there was enough confirmation. I mean, the fact that we bounced on the second value, on the second sigma. Also, I was looking out on these lows, on these highs, sorry. Like, here is the high. We pretty much got out of the high and then broke again into it. As we can see, this high also served as a support here. But yeah, I could have traded this, I didn't. So my first trade was actually a loser trade. It was on that candle. As you can see on the fair value, on the delta, I entered a short here. I'm going to explain it to you a little bit later. Pretty much entered like lower here, and my stop loss was, I think, above the above the second delta, the second sigma. Let me just, so you can see clearly. Okay, good. So I entered the short. Why? Look at this. At the time we're making a high on the delta. We're making equal highs. Given the price action on this week so far, I know it's been only 2 days, but given the price action, we can see a whole bearish market here. It is so bearish, the market, and the market is, the price is going up. It keeps going up. It kept going up. We never revisit the fair value on the price. So what this tells me, what it should tell you, it is one: don't look at retracement. Don't look for a retracement on the fair value. It's not worth it. Like, I was pretty much aiming here. It was a very well, it was a really like it was a really good trade if it happened to be on my way. It was actually like that. And yeah, we never revisit the fair value. So that first. Second, higher highs on the price. We have equal highs. I said, okay, you know what? This is a short. We're going to reverse from here. And we didn't. And I got stopped pretty much at the wick on the candle. I got stopped out. Yeah, it was negative $500. Actually, it was pretty much lower here. I entered on this low, because before that one, I actually think I entered on here. I entered on that candle. We kept going up. I put the stop loss above the second sigma. I was aiming for a 1-to-1 risk reward trade, maybe 1-2.2, basically a 1-to-1 risk reward trade, to bounce back on the first sigma, right, of the price here. And we didn't. Price kept going up. It kept going up. We made a new higher high. You know what? This is a high. No, it wasn't. We have this tail on the top of the candle. As we can see, price stopped going up. We had a little bit of buyer exhaustion at the top of the candle. And that's when I said, hey, okay, I already lost that one. So I said, hey, what about a short? And it was a short. I entered the short. My target originally was all the way here, and by this time on this candle I was in so much profit. But as we can see, the previous high on the previous session, well, it was not the previous, it was the Asia session, I think. Let me just check that. No, yeah, it was actually previous session high. On the previous session, we bounced out of this resistance, and we bounced back. And yeah, when price started to bounce back, when I see like this, price start to going down again, we see this doji on the cumulative delta on here especially. So I said, hey, I'm gonna stop the trade over here. Basically, I'm going to grab some winners here, and yeah, I did that. I closed the trade here. My original trade was all the way here. We almost hit take profit, but well, we didn't. But at least we made a little bit of profit, right? I mean, yeah, price started to going down and it didn't again, and yeah. So yeah, we pretty much bounced out of this, and well, as you can see, price again went up, went up, and went up. We still on the CBD. Look at that. We have so much bearish volume here. Let me just fix this. So yeah, this is pretty much where my trade was on the retracement. Yeah, as you can see, we pretty much bounced. There was not a lot of seller continuation here. We had a lot of buying, especially on the middle of the candle. So yeah, after that trade, I was like, hey, I'm done for the day. I'm losing $200. But I mean, again, we have these highs. We make higher highs, but delta was divergent. But I was not very sure of to short this. Instead, I longed it. Why? Because we had a lot of bearish market momentum, very bearish, aggressive market, and price did not go down. It pretty much stayed on a sideways channel here. Pretty much stayed sideways. Like, let me just do this. Yeah, we stayed on this sideways trend. And then we broke out of this sideways, but again, look at this high and look at this high. They are so divergent. Brother, you have to sell. No, look at this seller volume. We're going down, we're going down, we're going down. Here we're not going down, we're going sideways again. So what does this tell me? You have to buy. So we pretty much stayed on the second sigma. So I just pretty much went for a long here. Let me show you on the 5 minute. It's gonna be a lot less of noise. Yeah, so we pretty much long this. I could have long more, but I mean, I was just set and forget here. So yeah, pretty much I enter here. I put my stop loss under the wick of this candle, because we're on the second sigma. If we break this candle, if we break the structure here, we're pretty much just going to revisit this first sigma, this first sigma, yes. Because you have to have in mind, this is our new fair value. Yeah, our new fair value price. This is what price has been bounced out of it, not this one, but this one. So I entered long here. We had a lot of bearish market condition. We make a new high. It's still very bearish, but again, price is not going down. In a normal day with normal delta reading, you should say, like, brother, we have to short this, but this is not any day. These market conditions, yes, they have been wild, but it is not an excuse. They have been wild, but does your trading system can survive these conditions? At least mine did for today. It didn't for yesterday, but today it did, and we make some profit. We recovered pretty much half the losses from yesterday, and without this short, like on the first short, we would have been up $1,000. It would have been very nice, but again, it wasn't. We are half on the losses from yesterday. I'm looking to recover them maybe tomorrow or on Thursday. But yeah, price kept going up, and well, I entered, and the stop loss again here, and the target was on the second, on the third sigma. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened today. As you can see also in the candles, we have a lot of bearish momentum, but we have a lot of passive buying on the book. So yeah, price pretty much didn't bounce back. Well, maybe here, but again, we have not revisited this fair value, the fair value price. So yeah, I mean, those were my trades for today. It was a $400 win. It was nice. It was a nice. It is nice to have a winning day. Don't get me wrong. I think, especially in this trade, I made a good trade, to be honest. Also on this one, brother, I was in so much profit here. But again, price didn't reach it. It bounced back, bro. I had to cut it with less losses. Well, with less winnings, actually. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much everything for today. And well, like and subscribe if you like. And let's see how tomorrow goes.